How likely do you think it'll be that they'll get caught?
I have no idea. We do really an investigation, Randy, to make any forecasts or any predictions.
Usually when I see the two guys that I've seen running away look like they were young guys, like teenage kids, 15, 16-year-old kids. Usually when I see something like that happening, you know, I'll try to stop them and find out, you know, whether they stole car stereos or, you know, whatever. As soon as I seen that kid with that gun, I thought,
It's a little different than that. Randy, what's your last name?
Pethtel, P-E-T-H-T-E-L.
Your given name is Randy?
Randall.
And what's your middle name?
Lee.
You live at 368 Broadway.
I believe that's the address.
Okay. Your birthday 1764?
Yes.
Social is 566047573.
Yep.
And home phone 303-0300?
That's my cell phone. It's a phone that I carry on me all the time.
Okay. Self-employed, what are you doing?
I do painting, carpenter work, plumbing, electrical.
Okay, Randy, what I want to do is I really do not know all of what you told the officers on scene as far as what you saw tonight, but what I really want to do is just kind of go through it with you on tape and go, I just want you to go real slow and be as detailed as you can with me about what you saw and what you observed and where you were when you saw it, all that kind of thing.
Okay.
So if you just want to go through it for me, and what I'll do, I'll try not to interrupt. I'm famous for interruption, but I'll try not to. I'll try to let you get through it, but I'm sure I'll have some questions for you. So,
Questions are fine. I mean,
okay.
I have no problem with
All
that.
right. Tell me what you saw tonight, and about what time was it?
It was around, I don't know, 10:30, you know, somewhere around that. I can't tell you exact time, but it was around that time.
Okay.
I was getting ready to go to bed, so I took my dog out so he'd go to the bathroom before I did go to bed. And I heard some yelling, I mean, you know, quite a bit of yelling. And then I heard a gunshot, and I'd seen two young men run, you know, toward my place, which was toward Locust, east on Locust, I guess. And I noticed that they were dressed all in black, and the one guy had white gloves on and he was carrying a gun. Well, they ran toward Locust, and I guess it would be north on Locust they went.
Okay. When you heard the yelling and stuff, what direction was that coming from your place?
Toward the wells.
Okay, so west.
Right.
West of you. But you could not see who was arguing?
No.
How long do you think that yelling went on?
A good 5 minutes.
While you were outside?
Yeah.
Did you hear it prior to coming outside?
What's that?
Did you hear it prior to coming outside?
No, I heard it as I was coming outside.
Okay. And you were outside with your dog for...
Quite a while. Good 5-10 minutes.
Well, did you actually hear any of the...
I didn't hear what they were saying or anything. All I heard was yelling.
And then you hear how many gunshots?
One.
Okay. One single gunshot?
Yes.
You knew it was a gunshot when you heard it?
Yep.
You heard guns before?
Oh yeah. I grew up around them, hunting and stuff.
And then how quickly after you hear the single gunshot did you see these?
Like maybe 2 minutes, if that, minute, 2 minutes. It was pretty quick.
Okay. And they're running in which direction on? They're
East.
running on Broadway, correct?
Correct.
East on Broadway?
Correct.
Towards Locust?
Correct.
And then
They
north
crossed
on-
over They were on if you're on Wells and you're heading east on Broadway,
Mhm.
they were first running on the right side of the street, on the sidewalk, and crossed over to the left side.
Where did you see them cross over?
Almost in front of my house. I think it was one house next to me,
West of you or east of you?
west.
West. So towards Wells, they're about
Right.
one house,
Right.
and they started across the street. Okay. And at what point did you notice one of them had a gun in his hand?
Right off the bat. As soon as I seen him across the street, I noticed so what made me notice that is he had white gloves on. I mean, they were like a white knitted tight cotton glove, and I could see the gun.
Okay, now let's just grab the gun for me.
It was had a barrel on it, probably so long. You know, it was silver.
Semi-automatic or-
No, I think it was a revolver.
Revolver. If you had to guess on that barrel length, are you 6 inches? Smaller, longer?
6-8 inches.
Okay.
The gun looked like a pretty good sized gun.
So
It's
barrel
huge.
silver, which,
Like a polished silver. I mean, real chromy looking.
which hand do you have it in?
Is right.
Did you hear either one of these two talk to each other?
No. The guy that had the gun was really moving. I mean, he was running pretty quick. The guy that was behind him was stumbling over his own feet, trying to catch up to the other guy.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and go in the description? How about the guy with the gun? We'll call him suspect number one.
All I can tell you is he was dressed all in black with white cotton gloves and the gun.
And he's a black male adult.
I don't think he was black guy. I think he was a Mexican
Okay.
guy, a young, like I said, like maybe between 15 and 20.
Okay.
They were both pretty young. They had I want to say like the jackets that are out that have like football logos type stuff on them. That's what it seemed, and real puffy type jackets with hoods on them. They had the hoods up.
How tall would you say suspect number one was?
Maybe 5 foot, maybe a little, not much higher than that, taller than that. So the other guy was about the same height.
5 foot?
Yeah, right around that.
Pretty small.
Yeah. That's what made me think that they were kids.
If you had to guess on weight now, it'd probably be pretty hard, but
It was 100 pounds.
so light
Yeah.
or smaller build, I guess.
The lettering on the jackets were white lettering, white type logos or whatever you want to call them.
Where was the logo?
On the back.
Both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Any possible football?
Could have been. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Yeah,
Maybe
some kind of
thinking-
sports, Nike, something like that. I was standing right on my front porch. I'm really surprised they didn't see me.
Did they look your direction?
Not at all.
What would you think was the time frame between, I mean, I guess my question is, how long did you actually get a look at them as they were?
Quite a bit. Well, I mean, from if you were over at my house, I could tell you it was probably a good half a block.
As they're coming towards you?
Coming toward
on
me and leaving me.
On the sidewalk and then
Mhm.
leaving you? I'll go ahead, just for the sake of saying it, suspect number 2.
It's pretty much the same. Well, I was more focused on suspect 1 because he had the glove and the gun.
And he's the one out front.
Right.
How far back was?
10, 15 feet.
And just to kind of confirm, they came from the area where you heard the single shot?
Yes.
And what, number 2, what, Hispanic male as well?
I would say about the same height, same weight, wearing pretty much the same type of clothing.
And same age too?
Yes.
15 to 20?
Mm-hmm.
With the hood up?
Yep.
Did you see hair at all?
Nope.
Any other clothing you thought? Black pants too?
Yeah.
On both of them?
Yep.
See shoes?
Not really.
Okay. And again, you said you saw them for about maybe a half a block running towards you. And you're on your porch?
Standing
How
on it.
close is that to the sidewalk?
5 feet, 10
Okay,
feet.
so it's right there.
Yeah.
And how about lighting in that area?
Lighting was pretty good. The apartment building right across the street from me has a lot of outside lights. That's what made me notice the gun. I mean, you couldn't miss the gun. I mean, it was bright, like I said, chromy looking. Polished metal, I guess you'd call it.
What did you do after you saw them run down the street and up?
Went in the house and told my dad that I heard a gunshot.
Did you or your dad call 911?
No.
Okay. Now, just in your estimation, how quickly after you went back inside did you realize the cops were on scene, or the ambulance maybe, fire?
Maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I seen a police spotlight shining around.
Did you investigate it all on your own? Did you?
I was kind of half afraid to after I seen the guy with the gun. I mean, normally, like I said, I would have, but as soon as I seen a gun, I didn't know what was going on. And I didn't want to go out and get shot.
Okay. And how about your dog? What did your dog do? Dog like to chase after people?
No. He's just a little guy. I put him in the house, and
What kind of dog?
he's a cockapoo.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess my question is, did he bark or do anything with the guys running down the street?
Nope.
He's busy doing his stuff?
Yep.
Okay. You thought the gloves were white,
Yeah.
knitted cotton?
Mm-hmm. When the guy had the gun, the guy in the lead, when I seen the gun, he got down the street a little bit, on the sidewalk, and he took the gun and tucked it closer to him like he was trying to hide it.
And when you say initially when you saw him, I'm just demonstrating just for doing
No,
this.
on the side. He had the gun on
had
the
it on
side the whole time, but it was kind of like a loose. And then as he got further away from me, it was tighter, closer, to him.
Okay. And did you notice any vehicles or anything
No,
at about this? Okay.
not at all.
So just these two, what you thought were Hispanic males
Yeah.
running down the street. Okay. Anything else, Randy, that you can think of?
I don't
Maybe
think
someone
so.
haven't asked you. And I take it at some point, did you make contact with the police? Or
Yes.
did they make contact with you?
No, I made contact with police.
And you told them what you had seen?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like you wrote out a statement too at some point. Did you do that here or?
Yes.
Okay. And I guess my last question, maybe my last one. Some logo on the back, it may have been a logo, it may have been white lettering,
Right.
which you're just not sure.
Right. It kind of surprised me seeing both of them running and wearing, all black. That kind of surprised me. I mean, I've seen young kids wear, baggy type clothes, but they're not all dressed the same.
Did those clothes seem, you
Big.
said that the jacket was puffy, what about the pants? But they were.
The pants were kind of puffy too.
Okay.
Kind of like ski pants.
And prior to coming outside with your dog, had you noticed anything unusual earlier?
Nope.
Had you been home for a while?
Nope. Pretty much just got home, ate some dinner, and took my dog out and went
What
back.
time did you get home, do you know?
At 9:45, I guess. It's about 15 to 10.
You had anything to drink or anything?
No.
tonight?
I don't drink.
And I know this might be a silly question to ask anyway. Would there be any possibility you think you'd be able to identify
Yeah.
either one of these two?
I think I could.
And the other thing I didn't ask you was, did you notice any facial hair or anything like that on either one of them?
No.
Didn't notice it? or-
Didn't notice.
Okay.
The second guy that was following the first one, like I said, he was, a ways, step ways, behind him,
Mhm.
and he was stumbling over his own feet. I mean, he couldn't catch up to the guy in front. So I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know exactly what. I mean, you'd hear a gunshot, which I haven't heard over there. I've been in that area for about 6 months or so. My dad lives there.
Mm-hmm.
And I never heard anything like that. I'd never trouble or, nothing going on over there.
Do you live there, Randy? Or?
I'm staying there right now.
You're staying there with your dad? Okay. All right, Randy, I don't think I have anything else. No. Why don't you come on out and have a seat and interview this other guy, then we'll get you guys
Okay.
back home, okay?
How old of a guy was it that they killed?
I don't know.
Young guy?
I don't know at this point. I'm sure we'll have all that figured out pretty soon.